What is going on, everyone? Nintendo Fanatic 64, and I'm here with another deck profile. Today, I'm actually bringing back another one I did not that long ago. Um, but with the new recent ban list and of course link summoning coming out since the last time I did this, I decided to bring it back again. I have a lot of decks I'm trying to profile, but I'm trying to find all the cards for them first. But right now, as you can see, I'm coming back with at least my Magnet Warrior deck. I've made a few changes to it since the last time on it, and if you all have any suggestions, just let me know down in the comments section below what you think of it. It's definitely a fun deck. Obviously, nothing that's going to be beating the meta, but I mean, we'll just have some fun with it, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. So we're going to start by taking a look at some of the essential cards with it as far as the monsters go. So we start off with, of course, the 3 Alpha the Electromagnetic Warrior. If you don't know what it does, adds either Berserkion or Valkyrion basically from your deck to your hand. And then we have 3 of the Beta the Electromagnetic Warrior, which will let you add a level 4 lower Magnet Warrior monster, so either of the any of the electromagnets or any of the other ones that are out there. And then we have 3 of Gamma the Electromagnetic Warrior, which basically will let you special summon a level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior. And then, of course, all of them have the effect where you can, during your opponent's turn, tribute them to special summon a level 4 Magnet Warrior monster from your deck. So basically, tag them out with something else. So the targets that we have for that, I only have 2. If I had 3, I would definitely run 3, but I have 2 of the Delta the Magnet Warrior. When he's normal or special summon, just send a level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster from your deck to your graveyard, and then you can ban it. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can banish 3 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monsters, except for himself, and special summon Valkyrion the Magnet Warrior from your hand or deck, and you get to ignore the summoning condition, so which is definitely nice. And then some people don't do this, but I run it because it can actually be used with, I think it's Berserkion's ability, and it's just good targets for him. But I'm running 1 Alpha, 1 Beta, and 1 Gamma the Magnet Warrior. Again, I don't really use them that much. They're mostly either used for, like, something I can tag into for it, and just something that I can help banish from the graveyard as well. So, and then another. So, that's for the main of those ones. Of course, I do also run the 3 Berserkion, the electromagnetic, or Magna Warrior, I should say, for it. And sorry about that, something going on. But you can, but with its ability, you can, and it doesn't say it's only once per turn. You can do it multiple times, but you can banish 1 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster from your graveyard to target 1 card your opponent controls and destroys it. And then when it's destroyed by battle, of course, you can bring back Alpha, Beta, and Gamma the Electromagnetic Warrior that have been banished to special summon it. Because you special summon this, of course, by banishing from, I think, like from your hand, graveyard, or your side of the field, basically those 3 for it. So, but again, because you're banishing things, I want as many banished targets as I can get, so that's why I threw in at least 1 of each of the vanillas. And then we do have the 2 Valkyrion, the Magna Warrior. Again, mostly just get him summoned by using Delta, the Magna Warrior's effect, but otherwise he's usually good for like trade-in fodder and stuff like that. And then I do run 1 of the Century Soldier of Stone, basically since all the monsters that are in here are rock types. When he's in the graveyard, I can special summon him as long as I control at least 1 rock type monster for it. So, and he's a level 3 as well. So if I have my electromagnetic warriors out and I summon up him, or I have him in the graveyard, that can get me some access to some rank 3 plays. So that does it for the actual monster lineup. So I'm going to move on to the spells, where I've definitely made some changes with this. So I'm running 2 of the magnetic field. Again, it's nice because you can then special summon back your Magnet Warrior monsters that are in the graveyard as long as you control a level 4 lower Earth Rock monster, which of course everything is, with the exception of the Magna Warriors on it. I'm also running for this 2 of the fusion recycling plants as well. Just because, of course, polymerization is a good thing to try and get. And basically, you can discard 1 card to add polymerization from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And then, so that way I can get out my superconductive battle bot, of course. And then, what is it? Once per turn during the end phase, you can target 1 monster in your graveyard that was used for fusion material, special summon it, or no, for fusion, and add it back to your hand. So you can get back Berserkion or Valkyrion. And then to help find these, I have 2 terraforming. I might bump it up to 3, but 2 is just nice so that way I can get one and then try and get the other out as well. Since, of course, I'm running the fusion recycling plant, I am running 3 polymerizations just to try and make sure that I can find them for it. With it, I also have 2 Ties of the Brethren. 3 would definitely be more ideal for it, but 2 works out well because you just pay 2,000 life points, select a level 4 lower monster, and then special summon 2 monsters from your deck that have the same type and attribute and level, but have different names. So essentially, I can get out all my electromagnetic warriors. Now, you cannot attack the turn that you use this, and then I think, let's see, yeah, you cannot special summon any more monsters after you activate it. So if it didn't have that little drawback, it'd be nice because that way you can also get out what's the word I'm looking for? Try and, get out some rank 3 plays after that, but unfortunately it's not really the case. And then some of our last ones that we have here, I've one Burial from a Different Dimension, which is good just to get back some of my stuff to use that I've been banishing to get Berserkion's effect off, so I can bring him back in and keep using his effect with it. I have one Mystical Space Typhoon only because I don't have an extra Twin Twister lying around, but obviously this would normally be a Twin Twister for it. I run one Foolish Burial, mostly trying to get some of the cards I need into the graveyard, especially like the Century Soldier of Stone, because I prefer to discard it using this than anything else. I'm running 2 Trade-In because Berserkion and Valkyrion are both level 8 monsters, so I can send them to the graveyard and draw 2 cards for it. So definitely a nice thing to try and do. And then the last cards that I added in here, which are definitely... I have plays with these that involve Link summoning with it, but I'm running 2 Scapegoats. Mostly, I'm running the Scapegoats. The ideal situation would be during my opponent's end phase, if I'm still alive, I can play Scapegoat and then get me my 4 sheep tokens, and then I can use them to go into, since they are Earth attribute, I can actually go into Mrs. Radiant with it, and I can also go into Proxy Dragon as well using them. So that way I have access to try and get even more plays out during my next turn for it. And then the only traps I run in this deck, because I don't run really any traps, and then especially with things like Paleozoics might be coming back in, especially after the new format change, I'm running 2 Royal Decrees. I mean, I have no other trap cards I'm running, so why not stop my opponent from using them as well? And it's just a really good thing to run in there. So that's it for the main deck itself. So let's go ahead and move on into the extra deck. So with the extra deck, I'm running, of course, 2 of the Imperium Magnum, the Superconductive Battlebot. I mean, has to be Fusion Summon, which using Valkyrion and Berserkion with it. And then, what is it? It's like once per turn during either player's turn when an opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. So, and then if this card is in its own, if this face of card is in its owner's control when it leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can special summon both Valkyrion and Berserkion from your hand or deck, ignoring the summoning condition. So that's really good to try and get them both back out. And I mean, it's a 4,000 beater that basically once per turn you can stop the activation of anything on it. So it's like, you want to use a monster effect? No. You want to use a trap effect? No. You want to use a spell card? No. You can't do that. But it's only once per turn for that, so you have to be careful which one you choose on it. And then because I do have the vanillas in here, I'm also running one First of the Dragons, just in case, so that way, obviously the only way it can be can only be destroyed by battle is by using another normal monster, and considering how much everything runs on effect monsters nowadays, it's very hard to find somebody running with normal monsters, although I think like World Chalice does have a lot of normal monsters in there, but you never know. But that's all for the actual fusions I have in here. So moving off to some of my rank plays, I'm running one number 17 Leviathan Dragon, just because I'm running a lot of rank 3s. I also am running the Super Quantum Mecha Beast Grand Pulse, which is really nice as well, just because I think it's like what does it do? It says you could detach Once per turn, you can detach one XE material from this card. Then target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy it. So, I mean, it's really good to try and get rid of, back rows and things like that. Of course, I also run the one Gorgonic Guardian because, of course, they are rank 3 rock types on it, and it's just basically once per turn, detach, choose a monster, its attack becomes 0, and its effects negated, and then you can also destroy a monster with 0 attack on the field on it, which is pretty nice. I also have the number 51 finisher, the Strong Arm, which is definitely really nice because can't be destroyed by battle, and at the end of a damage step when it has battled, you could detach a material from it and place a counter on him instead, and at the end of the battle phase, when it has 3 counters, it destroys all of my opponent's cards. So it's a rarity that I actually will pull this guy off for it, but if I do pull it off, it is pretty nice to have for it. And then I'm also running one number 55 Go 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 Goliath, again because I do have the rank 4 options available to me, and the nice part is I can detach material to bring back one of my level 4 earth rock type monsters for it. So basically, I use that to try and get Delta back to my hand if I can for it. And then some of the other standard ones, the one Diamond Dire Wolf, one Castiel, and I don't have the full Utopia package, but I have like number 39 Utopia, and I have Utopia Prime. So just something else I can use for some good rank 4s on it. And then moving on into finally the links. Like I said when I was talking about my scapegoat, I have the one Mrs. Radiant because it just takes 2 Earth monsters and all the sheep tokens are Earth types. So just pull it out, pull out Mrs. Radiant, all my Earth monsters, which all the other all my Magnet Warriors are Earth attributes. They're going to gain 500 attack and defense, which is really nice. And then when it's destroyed by battle or card effect, I could target one Earth monster in my graveyard and add it to my hand. So another way to bring back some of my monsters in the graveyard. I'm running one Proxy Dragon just because that's my other target for the sheep tokens as well, so I can get myself up to 3 monsters from my extra deck if need to for it. And then, of course, the one standard Deco Talker. Don't really think I would go into him too often for it. I'm mostly just going into like Mrs. Radiant Proxy Dragon, but Deco Talker is there just because it is, really decent on it. And, like I said, I mean, it's what it is, but I'm usually trying to go, like I said, I'll go Scapegoat on my end of my opponent's turn, Mrs. Radiant, use my other 2 tokens, get my Proxy Dragon out, and then hopefully I have something like my Polymerization so I can get all my other ones out for it, or if I go into even like, what is it, my Gamma, the Electromagnetic Warrior, I summon him up, and then I can bring out, one of my other rank 3s on it, and then I can go into a nice rank 3 play, and I have multiple options for other things on it, but that's just, what I'm running with on it. Like I said, the last minute additions I had in there, dropping my camera. Okay. But the last couple editions I added were those the Fusion Recycling Plants, as well as adding in the what is it, the scapegoats on it, just because it's something nice for it. Originally, I was playing around with, and this is not a half bad thing to keep in mind as well, if you want to, is playing around with this guy. I was going through a lot of my cards looking for my scapegoats on it. And I stumbled across this guy, Power Giant, which, it's another Earth Rock type monster, but you can special summon it by sending a level 4 lower monster from your hand to your graveyard, and it will become the same level, or it will decrease its level by the number that it sent. So it's a level 6. So let's say you send off one of the, the idea I would have had with that is, I send back Sentry Soldier Stone, or I had one of the Electromagnetics with the field spell on the play, special summon it, and then I can bring back the one I discarded into my graveyard, bring it back, and then I can still normal summon another rank 3 to go into the finisher, the Strong Arm. But anyway, that's a story for another time. But this is my deck profile for Magnet Warriors. Let me know what you think down below for it and what changes you might make for it. I know there's obviously a lot of good things that I can try to go into and update it with, and these are just for fun anyway, and just trying to get what other people think on it. I should be coming back probably in about 2 weeks with a new deck profile. with my Dark Magician, because of course the new Legendary Dragons decks are going to be coming out, and it's going to have a lot of the stuff I haven't been able to get yet in there, so I'm hoping to snag one or two of those boxes so I can actually build a good Dark Magician profile on it. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you all enjoy, and let me know, like I say it enough, what you would do to improve this deck. But thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and have a good day.